So my current approach to life is to just absorb everything that I can, learn as much as possible, gain as many skills as possible, master the skills that I already have. That is what I'm on right now. And I don't know about you, but I feel like this is the best approach that I can have towards life. Because I'm so young, right? And just the other day I was thinking, man, one day I'm gonna be like thinking about having grandkids. And that thought just hit me. I'm only young once. So I have to do like the best that I can right now. And it's not because of anyone's expectations. It's not because I think, oh, I have to be like a millionaire by the age of 25, or some like bullshit that you hear on the internet, like, oh, 28 you have to have a house and a mortgage and kids, and oh my god, who cares? Okay? Do what you can. That's my approach. And through life, I think life varies a lot. We can go through different periods of pain and suffering and progression and reverse progression. I don't know what you call that, reverse progression? What would be the word for that? Anyways, you know what I mean, like when you progress but you're going backwards instead. Yeah. Life is like that. It's up and down, whatever. It's not gonna go smooth. I've been sick for like the past 2 weeks. No videos to record because my cough was too bad or my nose was too bad, so now my voice is all fucked up, like you can hear it. Okay, I sound all like grizzly and stuff. Life is not gonna go smooth, and we can do our best to make it go smooth. We can do our best, but like, whether you like it or not, something will go wrong, and then another thing will go wrong, and everything will go wrong at once. It's like, maybe you go through a period of peace, and then suddenly your car breaks down, and you have to find the money to fix it. So you use your emergency funds, but then your mum goes to hospital for something, and then your cat gets sick, and then just so many factors, right? Just random things that happen, and I believe that they all, like, life hits you hard. Everything happens at once. I always think about this when I'm in the shitter, like back when I was in Thailand, right? When I was in the shitter, when I was broke, dead broke, literally everything would go wrong. We had our visa stuff, right? I remember we were trying to cross the border into Laos so that Jamie could get her visa stamp and she could stay another 30 days. And when we crossed the border, we were 200 baht short. Was it 200? No, we were 2,000 baht short. And I only had like a couple hundred baht on me. So I had to spend that money to cross the border again, call up my dad, and he gave us the money, thankfully. God, what a savior. I went all the way back. And in that moment, it was like the panic of like, oh shit, we don't have enough money. Do I have to go back? What do we do? And like, in hindsight, I did the right thing. I was pretty calm, but in the moment, it's like stressful because you're thinking, what the hell? We don't have the money. Should we like ask them to like go to an ATM? Like, can we ask them to escort us to an ATM? There's no ATMs nearby. Okay, well, what about the police? Maybe the police can help us. All these like factors were happening all at once, and I just remember like thinking when I called my dad, I was like, damn, like, if my dad wasn't here, we'd be fucked up right now. Like, Jamie would have been left in Laos, and I'd be in Chiang Mai, in Thailand, and you have to cross like the river on the boat, and Jesus, man, could have been bad. And whether you like it or not, your problems are gonna keep happening. Everything's gonna keep going wrong, and it's up to you to learn how to adapt to those problems and to adapt just like on the spot. Like, okay, I've got to like do something now. I've got to be proactive. Like just the other day, right? A few weeks ago when I went on holiday, I went to King's Cross Station in central London, and that morning I was supposed to take a train to see my friend before I take a train later in the day to Glasgow, and all of the trains were cancelled, all of them. And so everyone was like stuck around, and I had no idea what the hell to do. They said on the announcement, if you are taking a train to, you can get a train to Manchester if you go to this different station, and then from Manchester you can exchange. So I tried doing that. I went to the station that they were talking about, Euston Station. I got there, and I was just kind of dumbfucked. I was like, what the hell is going on? I don't know what to do. And I just thought on the fly, okay, I don't know if I can get a train from Manchester, because if all the trains are cancelled, then what is the likelihood that I can actually get a train from Manchester? So I travelled all the way back to King's Cross, and I waited around until I called my dad. He is the regular hero in this story. And he said, your best bet is to go to Manchester, because you need to start moving. And I was so stressed because I was worried that, you know, I wouldn't get to the place in time to get my train to Glasgow, and then if I had to get a train to Glasgow directly, that'd be 100 quid, and I don't have 100 quid to spare, you know, that's half of my holiday budget, and all these like factors. I was really stressed out. And then I just went to the station, got to Manchester on the move. When I got to Manchester, there was a train directly to where I needed to go, and I was there in a couple hours. And I was only late to seeing my friend by 2.5 hours, which I thought I wasn't even going to see him at all. And so, you know, after the whole experience, I was like, man, like, I'm so happy that all went well. And, you know, life really goes, like, because this was recent, like, life really goes proper when you put in the, what's the word? What am I looking for? Proactive. Yeah, if you stay proactive, then it's like, life is smooth. You can make life smooth. You have to like butter over like the bumps. You have to like fill in the cracks and everything. Whereas like, I was literally so down in the moment, you know, I was like, man, I can't believe this. Like, maybe I have to just pack my shit, go back home, and then, you know, get the trains to Glasgow tomorrow. And, you know, there's no fun because I won't see my friend that I'm supposed to see. So it's up to you to decide, like, do you give up in the moment? Because it is stressful. It's a heck of a big problem that you always have to solve. But if you just solve the problem, if you just do it with no fear, well, there is fear, right? But you have to do it without letting that fear affect your judgment. You have to think with a clear head. And I was trying to think with a clear head when I talked to my dad, because he wasn't in like the stressful moment. He was able to think clearly, and I knew that, you know, I knew that I couldn't just trust my dad and just get on a random train to Manchester. So I waited in the line, in the queue for like, I don't know, 10 minutes. And I talked to the guy, like the information desk, and he said, yeah, your train is fine, like you can go. And so I did. And I got on a train, managed to get a seat, even though like the train was packed with people, because keep in mind, like, this was the only station that was actually moving. So everyone was on this train to Manchester. And it was pretty nice. It was a nice journey, and I was very happy towards the end because I was like, man, like everything went fine. It went fine, it went okay, and I had a very lovely day. Now, I've just given you like 2 or 3 examples of when life is stressful as hell, and you have to like think on the spot, and, you know, God, sometimes you think about life and it's just like, Jesus, when does it ever end? It doesn't. Okay, it ends when you die. You're not gonna die like soon, I hope. At least I think that, okay? I know I could die any moment, but like, I know that realistically, I'm not gonna die that quickly, I hope. And there's also like factors that you can make sure that you don't die as quick. Like, make sure that you're healthy, go exercise, eat the right foods, you know? I can't say much because I'm not healthy right now. I've got COVID, man. This is ridiculous. I've had this for like 2-3 weeks now. It's actually ridiculous. So I've just been like bedridden today. Yesterday was okay, but like, dude, it's crazy. Ugh. Anyways, I like talking about these little stories, even if I don't really know like what the point is of anything, really. So with that, I'm gonna talk to you later.